ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the MUSpartans.com Spartan Show for October 3rd, 2016. On today's show, assistant football coach Logan Haston stops in to discuss last week's game against Franklin College, and junior sport management majors Taylor Kopplin and Macy Bischoff drop in to give us an update on the planning of Primetime at the PERC 2016. Stay tuned. Next up, we have our weekly football update with assistant football coach Logan Haston. Coach, you have made a quick transition from playing for Manchester to coaching. Can you tell us what that transition has been like for you and how it's progressing?
It's been a really unique transition. Obviously, I chose to come to Manchester and play here and be a student here and everything, so it's a place that means a whole lot to me. It's very special to me. And so to be able to stick around and be a part of it as a coach on the other end of things is really exciting, especially when we have such a unique group of guys and such a good group of guys to be around. It's fun that I get to be with them on this journey a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's nice to still see you out there. So let's talk a little bit of football now. Looking back to last week, and the team took a tough loss to Franklin. Can you tell us what some things that the coaching staff took away from that and what you guys are using for this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Franklin is a very tough opponent. Coach Leonard does an excellent job with those guys out at Franklin. They're always, one of the toughest teams on our schedule to beat. We did a lot of good things. The message going into that week was to give it your best, and not your perfect, but to give it your best, and really challenged our guys to do that. And for the most part, they rose to the occasion, and we got their best 100% effort out of it. So that's the most positive thing to take away from that game. Obviously, the outcome isn't what we hoped, but there are a lot of good things as we look back on the film that we can improve upon as well.
That's awesome. That's reassuring. And moving ahead, you guys play Defiance College for homecoming this Saturday. What will Defiance bring into the matchup, and how do you keep the team focused with everything going on? Yeah,
I mean, homecoming is always an exciting time, and if you let it become a distraction, it can. So we really have to keep our guys focused on the task at hand, and that's showing up here and ending the week 1-0. So that's kind of the message for this week. Defiance is always a good opponent. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. It's interesting. It's Coach Jensen's alma mater, so that's extra incentive to do well in the game and everything. But it's going to be an exciting matchup. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, well, good luck, and we look forward to watching you guys take a win.
All right, thank you very much.
It is now time for our weekly highlights segment. This week's highlights come from the gridiron as the Spartans battled Franklin College at Carl W. Burt Memorial Field this past Saturday. The black and gold battled back in the fourth quarter, scoring 14 points, but ultimately fell to the defending HCAC conference champs 41-27. The game was highlighted by the Samaritan's Feet initiative as the Spartans raised funds to help in providing shoes for impoverished children. MU continues a short string of games at home Saturday as they welcome in Defiance College at 1:30 p.m. Now it is time to introduce our Spartan Show MVP of the week. This week's honoree comes from the volleyball court as we honor sophomore setter Dakota Stanachuk. Stanachuk tossed up 41 assists and knocked in 6 service aces on Sunday to help boost the Lady Spartans to a 3-1 victory over Transylvania University. The win marks the first time the MU has beaten the Pioneers since 2007. Congratulations, Dakota. Our final guests today are junior sport management majors Taylor Kopplin and Macy Bischoff. Let's start today by having both of you tell a little bit about yourselves.
I'm a junior here at Manchester. I play baseball. I'm a sport management and business management major, and I'm a pitcher on the baseball team. So Macy, go ahead.
I'm Macy Bischoff. I'm a junior sport management major, and I'm from Winnemac.
And both of you have been involved with planning Primetime at the PERC this year in your respective classes. Can you tell us what those classes are and what are you going to do to help in this project?
We're both a part of the sport marketing sponsorship class, and I'm also involved in the sport information class.
I'm in the sports sponsorship and marketing class as well, and that's it. So.
And last question. Can you guys provide us with some insight into what will be included in the event, such as like special games or prizes?
All right, so the event's going to be on October 20th, and leading up to that day, we're going to have a lot of events outside of the PERC. So we're going to have some stuff in the Union, some Twitter giveaways, we're going to have some t-shirt giveaways, some raffles and such. And then at the event, we're going to have a lot of contests, like new stuff that we haven't done before. So we're trying to get a lot more people interested this year and trying to have the best event we've ever had.
Cool. Anything more?
Also, the theme for this year is Rock the PERC. We're using the hashtag Rock the PERC, and you can follow the Twitter page.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's all we have for today here on the Spartan Show. Make sure to stay up to date with all Manchester University stats, scores, and news by visiting www.muspartans.com. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to tune in next week for another edition of the Spartan Show.